Muthama, very interesting and juicy topic about the opposition court. What we saw yesterday.
What is juicy there?
What is going on there? Because the kind of reaction we saw from Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka on Saturday is very uncharacteristic of him. To hear the former vice president giving one of his key allies a public dress down is something that we rarely get to see. And that tells us there's something definitely wrong within the CORD coalition. Of course, yesterday, Wiper Party, of which Bwana Johnston Muthama is a member, held its National Executive Council meeting. Yes, they were discussing quite a number of issues. Bwana Muthama did not attend that meeting. Instead, he went he had, alongside his CORD management co-chairman, held a press conference and talked about other matters to do with the next elections. Surely, something is wrong. Will the CORD coalition last till the next elections, when we start seeing close allies of key principles falling out with their leaders?
I'm trying to look at you, and when I look at your face, I definitely see no specs. Because I would have said if you're wearing specs, you are actually seeing more than I can see and trying to read more than there is. I don't think there's a contradiction there. The CORD management team, we have three main parties within CORD. That is ODM, we have Ford Kenya, and we have Wiper Party. Each of these parties nominated one person to form the CORD management team. So we have three people sitting in that CORD management team. We have Orengo for ODM, we have Muthama for Wiper, and we have Honorable Seli for Ford Kenya. If you are going to give a statement on CORD, and you have only two people, for example, Orengo and Eseli, and Muthama is missing, I'm sure the papers would have had a big story. There seems to be cracks in CORD because Wiper is missing as CORD is giving or whatever.
It's simply a matter of rearranging a schedule and holding the press briefing much later in the day.
When Wiper decides to have the NEC meeting, remember NEC has more members than just three. And decisions can be made because there are many. Even if one person is missing in NEC, you have a good quorum and you can make decisions. Now, if there's a press conference going on about CORD, why would Muthama go into the Wiper meeting and miss being in CORD and portray to the country that CORD has a problem because there are only two people talking now and Wiper is not there? You guys would have read more than there is. So Muthama actually being in this CORD meeting and not being in the neck of Wiper. Remember, he's in CORD management team courtesy of Wiper, nominated by Wiper. So he's actually representing Wiper there. So if he's missing in a neck for Wiper because he's representing the same Wiper in the CORD management team, I don't think there's a contradiction.
Well, you mentioned that I do not have spectacles, but Senator here has. And are you seeing the same as him?
Well, here I would say this, that when I listened to the former vice president in Ukambani, he realized, yes, I have been steadfast to a friend. Politics is number. When I enter Makueni County and everyone is gone, the governor is on a different ticket, and like 4 to 5 members, one is even an independent a member of parliament, then he thought I need to restructure myself if I really need to talk about these numbers. And now here I am. I've lost again Machakos. I know very well in Machakos I have more than 5 to 6 members of parliament who came different tickets, and I'm trying now to bring back this base. Then I have to stand firm and deal with what is ailing, because most of the people felt, and these are young people, like that yes, Muthama, my colleague, my whip, comes in, and what does he normally do? Bulldoze, first of all, because he's a billionaire, so he uses his money to show I am here, and I'm the one who has made Wiper to move. So now the young ones decided, oh, so you mean it is your money? Let's show you that it is not money that works. It is us on the ground who works. So that base, he has to really fight for it to bring back his base. And that's why in politics, even us, even who, you can be sacrificed for someone to recover back.
Are you saying that Kalonzo Musyoka is now willing to dump Johnston Muthama as a key ally?
As a key ally, but by the time he starts open, and you know, Muthama also is not just a young man who has come into politics today. And it is not Kalonzo who has brought him into politics. So also that ego, he will show him how. Fine.
Yes.
I think
Madam
Senator is implying that...
Of course you deny that there is a talk of rift within Wiper and by extension the CORD coalition. But CORD leader Raila Odinga is said to have hosted the senators James Orengo and Johnson Muthama to avert division in the opposition coalition over its presidential flag bearer.
No, I think it's normal considering what Honorable Kalonzo said when he was on a tour. What he said about Muthama. So it is normal that Honorable Raila would call these people, just like Honorable Kalonzo can also call these people, and just try to find out what is happening, to quell any dissent, so that they understand exactly what is happening. What is Kalonzo complaining about? Does it have any root, or what is happening with the management team? So it's normal.
But curiously, Dr. Eseli Simi was missing in that meeting. When you said that there will have to be 3 of them, yes. Now only 2 of them are invited to the to Bwana Odinga's home. No.
It does not say that Eseli was not invited. It doesn't say that. It says he was not there. But in terms of going to make a public announcement on CORD, surely you need to have the full management team.
Okay. What do you therefore say to this, what it now looks like a caucus in Mombasa, where Wiper and Ford Kenya held a joint session, and they started talking about supporting each other's candidates. Ford Kenya to support Hassan Omar for governor, and in return, Wiper to support the Ford Kenya candidate for senator.
I don't think that's wrong, because like I've always said in this forum, what CORD is going to do is each party is going to nominate its candidate for a certain position. For example, let's talk about Mombasa. If you want to be governor, if Ford Kenya has a governor candidate, ODM has a candidate for governor, Wiper has a candidate for governor, they meet in a nomination process, and we pick the one that wins, and that will be
But no party will support a particular candidate from a different affiliate party.
Yeah, just give me a chance. So if between Elachi and I, we agree that, you know what, let our supporters support so-and-so, that is still okay, because politics is about negotiations and about strategy. So if we think that, Beatrice, let us talk, let us front our candidate, and I support that one for governor, and you support me for senator, and you will still also have your candidate, that is just a strategy.
Okay, let's now talk about Jubilee politics, and of course we may talk about CORD and things not looking so nice, but they're not also as rosy in Jubilee, especially not for Peter Kenneth in Nairobi, because here the headline reads, Jubilee acts to stop fallout of a national campaign team, of which you're part of it, and of course there have been talk about the kind of advantage anyone who's on that campaign team holds. Yes, so they are looking to widen the team so that to calm the situation. But in Nairobi we see that most of the members who represent the Nairobi County in this presidential campaign team ganging up against Peter Kenneth, when clearly it is seen that you individuals in this team have a clear advantage. So when you gang up against Peter Kenneth, what does that say? We saw you in a press conference.
Has anybody ganged up against him? Because one, I have not seen him in the team that has always come out to say, I'm going for governor. The person I have seen is Wamalwa, I have seen Sakaja, I have seen Dennis Waweru, I have seen Margaret Wanjiru, and I believe those are, and I've seen Sonko. So those 5 people are the ones who have walked this journey for the last two years now. Peter Ken is welcomed, I mean, in Nairobi. He is supposed now to do what the rest have been doing. The best he can do is join in the same team. Because
but you've already declared that only the 4 people, Sakaja...
Now, who declared?
In that press conference of which you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
Yes.
But nobody declared that
only
these
the 4.
Yeah, because the 4 are the ones who are there. So how do you talk for someone who has not even said whether indeed he will stand with the Jubilee ticket or his own party? Well, all I know, indeed, Peter Ken has said he's supporting the president. And I think from there, he knows the best way of doing it. And join this team, and it's important for the sake of all of them to harmonize. Just as he said, a lot of consultations must be done and come up with one candidate, and he knows that. And for me, it's the best they can do to all of them together. What Sonko and Dennis, Margaret Wanjiru and Sakaja have been doing is meeting every day to ensure that indeed, in the end, it is one candidate for Nairobi.
And it's only by coincidence that they're all in the Jubilee.
But you know, it's very clear. It's
well, because that is the time they were there. Now, what do you do?
No. I think it's very clear that Nairobi people are suffering, Nairobi Jubilee people are suffering from Peter Kenneth phobia. They fear Peter Kenneth. Why? Because for some reason, they think that if Peter Kenneth is in the race for governorship on a Jubilee ticket, he will definitely trounce them. This is the fear. And then they also feel that he's a Johnny come lately, you know, because the other people have been in it for a long time and have been struggling through it when he's been sitting pretty, and now all of a sudden he wants to come and load it over them. So there's that fear. And there's that protection of space. You know, politicians must protect their space. And they feel with Peter Kenneth coming in, Peter Kenneth is ruffling this space that they've been in for a long time. And they've gotten comfortable with competing amongst them four. And all of a sudden, no, I will answer her properly.
We're about to wrap up.
All of a sudden, Peter Kenneth now comes and is trying to ruffle feathers. When they've been used to fight, they know the weaknesses of one another amongst them four. And now Peter Kenneth comes standing tall and standing more competent, I'm sure, and standing like he's actually going to run away with this ticket when he just came yesterday. That is the fear they're suffering.
For me, I want to say there's no seat of anyone, because even by 17th or 8th of August, we don't know. There's no seat of anyone. But the most important thing also is it is always good to just come and respect the people you have found. They will tell you their things. Join into that competition. If Nairobians say you are the one, who am I? I mean, we only have one vote each. So who am I to say no? He needs to know there is Eastlands and there is this side. Peter Ken has to walk that journey that side and understand our people that side, how they talk and what they say. But at the same time,
because I want you to make it as part of your final comment.
At the same time, I want to be very honest.
Yes.
We must remember very well, and I want to tell my brothers, even my Kikuyu brothers and sisters, Nairobi is another Kenya. You know, there's no need of pretending. It's another Kenya. Come with a formula that will not make anyone feel kwani ni nyinyi tu.
Okay. Finally, immediately after our breakfast, Cheche comes in in a very few minutes, and they'll be hosting none other than Martha Karua, na Kenya leader. Of course, recent developments. She's declared she's running for governor of Kirinyaga. She's declared a supporter for President Uhuru Kenyatta. Udo Kamimo, Charles Odhiambo, and Mutegi Njau will be hosting her in a few minutes. What do you say to her? Final comments.
Congratulations. And I know she'll be the governor of Kirinyaga. Regardless of all what people say, politics is local, and she appreciates that. And she's teaching us also that sometimes you go, even Uhuru, when he wanted, there's a time he was in ODM, he was part of the ODM making. So why vilify now Martha? Martha has been doing her, Mheshimiwa has been doing her things rightly, and she knows that's how politics is played.
So
me, I salute her.
What I'd say to Martha is, Martha has been the face of integrity, the face of courage, the face of strength amongst women politicians in this country. And I'd just like to tell Martha, my friend, that don't allow yourself to be pushed into a corner.
No.
Because she's already said that she's supporting the president. But you can see the cry within Jubilee that if you're supporting the president, then fold up your NAK Kenya party and join Jubilee. I want to tell her just to be careful, and in making her decision, she should also know that politics